I am Himanyu Pratap Singh. Today I came with the next video. Today our topic of discussion is recent death of Hindu man in Bangladesh. Recently, as we get to know that there was a killing of one of the student protester in Bangladesh who led to uh, protest against Bangladeshi regime Sheikh Hasina. After that, there was a information of killing that protester, and after that there were some resources which were telling that after those were perpetrator of killing that uh, protester, they fled to India. So there were some wires which were connected with India, because of which there was a kind of a fire amongst the Bangladeshi people, and they harbored killing of an Indian, not Indian but as an Hindu. So they started targeting Hindu. After that, as Indian government got to know about it, then there were some protests in front of Bangladeshi embassy in New Delhi. So after that, Randhir Jaiswal, spokesperson of India, he told to the entire, he gave the briefing to the media, and also Ministry of External Affairs gave a kind of proposal to the entire world that those are the propaganda which are circulated into the world, that India harbored the killing of that student. So those remarks are baseless only, and those are behind the killing of that Hindu man. They will be brought to justice. This is a clear public appearance of the Ministry of External Affairs, that those are behind the killing of that Hindu man. They will be brought to justice. And along with it, so if we talk about the solution of this crisis, so what can be the solution of this problem? Initially, there were warm relation between India and Bangladesh when Sheikh Hasina was the president or was the prime minister of Bangladesh. At that time, there was a good coordination between India and Bangladesh. But in 2024, in August month, in Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina fled from Bangladesh to India after huge protest of students in Bangladesh. Actually, let me tell you the reason behind it. Why did the students protest? So there was a reservation quota. Those had fought for Bangladeshi liberation war. So those people had fought the war in 1971. So their children were having a kind of a quota for government job or any other sector, and because of which there were very less number of seats for general people. Those were not lying into any category, because of which there was a very intense protest against Bangladeshi regime. That was the of that was very intense, because of which Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was condemned to flee Bangladesh, and ultimately she took a shelter in India. If we talk about India, so India gave the shelter because not only with Bangladesh but also with Sheikh Hasina, there were some personal relations of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and as she fled from that country, she got shelter in Pakistan, in India. Now there is a demand of Bangladesh to extradite former Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Right now, in the leadership of Muhammad Yunus, Bangladesh is demanding for the Sheikh Hasina. Although there were some hopes to held an election into the Bangladesh, but right now Bangladeshi interim leader, what is his name, Muhammad Yunus, he is upholding the entire power of the Bangladesh, and he is the man who gave the freedom to Islamic a jihad, not Islamic a jihad. This is called Jamaate Islam. Jamaate Islam are those people who supported Pakistan during 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War. When there was a 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War, there were some people in Bangladesh also, those were supporting Pakistan at that time. Those were called Jamaat-e-Islam. Till now, till August 2024, they were banned in Bangladesh. But as Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina fled from Bangladesh to India, then Muhammad Yunus came into the power, but he is not elected prime minister. He is an interim government who holded the power only, who holded temporary power. So he gave the freedom to Jamaat-e-Islam, and that is there is a cult, there is a some narrative in Bangladesh against India. So now if we talk about the solution of it, so right now it is a time to respond accordingly. Right now to Indian government should respond accordingly, as there is a some problem in India and Bangladesh because of Sheikh Hasina. So first of all, as they have banned the Awami League, which was the party of Sheikh Hasina, so if there will be election in Bangladesh, then Bangladeshi's former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's party Awami League will not be able to participate in the election. So India should put his concern. It's concerned that Awami League, although there were some problems with Sheikh Hasina, if people were having some problems with Sheikh Hasina, but there was not a problem with that. There should be not a full problem with the entire what we say political party. So Awami League should completely not be banned. This is the first concern which India should raise. And the second is that, as Hindu got killed, and in India Hindus are in majority, so it is India's responsibility to put a point in benefit in on behalf of that Hindu man. And as we all, as an Indian, should think, and we should put a point against Bangladesh, that because of a single killing you cannot target any particular religion. So because of which this is a time to all Indian to be unified against Bangladesh. Because Bangladesh right now, as there is a regime in Bangladesh that is anti-Indian, and since 1971, this is the time when when Pakistan and Bangladesh both came close to each other, because there is a very famous quote that enemies will be your friend. So right now there is some problem between India and Bangladesh, and everyone knows the clash between India and Pakistan. So that is the reason because of which Bangladesh and Pakistan both are getting closed. So there are some plans to sign a trade deal, sign some pacts to strengthen their good relation, strengthen their relation, and to uphold in many other sectors. So like that. But if we talk about the India's concern, India's point of view, so this is the right time to react accordingly, because right now there are certain many number of problems, like right now India is giving the shelter to Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. This is the first concern. Second concern is that the recently one of the Muslim, this is the first thing. The second thing is that he was the leader of the students who was mainly responsible to oppose, to make a revolution against for Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. So these are the those two concerns. He got killed. So, and the one thing that India is holding, and India is giving a shelter to former Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. So these are the two challenges, because of which there is a kind of turmoil in between India and Bangladesh. So right now India will react accordingly. See, right now in Bangladesh there is an interim government only. There is an interim government, not elected government. So first of all, in Bangladesh elections would be held. Once elections will be held, there are high chances that the son of former Prime Minister Khalida Khalida Jia's son will become Prime Minister in Bangladesh. So in India also, India should make a good cordial relation with former Prime Minister Khalida Zia's party and Khalida Zia's son and Khalida Zia, because when there will be election, there are high chances that he will become the Prime Minister of the nation. And along with it, Awami League should not be banned. At least those contestants deserve to be win, and those are having some credibility. They should not be they should not be get deterrent by the name of their party. So this is one of the concerns. So in the conclusion of this video is that, as there is a tragedy with Hindu in Bangladesh, and the one of the more tragedy in which one of the student protester he got killed in Bangladesh. The third tragedy is that Bangladeshi Prime Minister, former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, he is residing in India, and because India gave the shelter to her. These are the three tragedies. The solution of all three tragedies is an election. First of all, there should be a proper proceeding in Bangladesh. Once Bangladeshi Prime Minister, former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will feel guilty, there should be legal proceedings, but not as there were previous proceedings. So if she will feel guilt, she will be felt guilty, then she should be brought to justice. The third, and then India should extradite Sheikh Hasina to Pakistan, to Bangladesh. The third thing is that, the second thing is that whoever perpetrator, those orchestrated the killing of that Muslim, that student of the that group, they should be also brought to justice. They should be searched from any corner of the world, and they should be punished. The third thing is that those were behind, those were responsible in killing of that Hindu, they should also be brought to justice by hooks or by crook. All three things are required to be done at any cost. Once these things will be done, these three things which are prominent, once these three things will be solved, gradually the relation between both nation will become warm again as they were before. I hope you gotten point that what is happening, what are the major consequences, what are the reasons, what are the main turmoil reasons because of which there is a problem between India and Bangladesh, how India should respond with Bangladesh, and which mistakes Bangladesh should not repeat. And the far more important thing is that right now it is a time to think according to the righteousness, not through the communalism or through the caste or the religion. Means right now, by getting neutral, it is a time to think, it is a time to decide. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you enjoyed, just like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also hit the like button, and so that once anytime whenever I'll be uploading any of the videos, you will get the updates immediately. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.